Hi folks, I'm the newstarcadefan here. Welcome back to Battleship Bishojo. In the last episode, we started talking with Olivia. In this episode, we're going to get to know her a little bit more and how she met Katsu. You actually really want to know about that? I've been on this ship for this long. It's about time I learn from you what I think. Fair enough, if you indulge my own personal exposition. Gladly. She leaned back and smiled. Then the smile wavered. She closed her eyes as if a painful memory had returned to her. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but I'd say it's about a year now, possibly less. I lived in a beach town not far from the peninsula of. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter what the name is, considering this place is completely alien to you. Right, let's set for the storyteller. I flashed a grin. She rolled her eyes, continuing her story. Anyway, well, let's just get past adolescence, because my upbringing was rather normal. I was raised by my father, and he was a carpenter. Oh. So that's where she learned her mechanical skills from. So I'm not the only male in this. Ah, so I'm not the only male in this dimension then? No. No. Mm, no, Hotshot, you're not. May I continue? Of course. I always loved tinkering with things, finding out how they work. When I was young, I had this clock that my dad gave me. I absolutely dismantled for the sole purpose of putting it back together. And how did that go? Mm, better than you'd think. I just paid attention to what came out of where and put back what had to go and put and what had to go back in what place. My father gave me my very own set of tools to use. She glanced over at the toolbox on the table nearby. It meant a lot to me back then. The older I grew up, the more I wanted to make things. New things. Or heck, just make them better. It was just the exciting idea of, yes, I can do this. I can make this how I want to, so I got this little shack out on the coast, near this small town, and her eyes went from proud to excited and demure to almost saying, well, not everything I made went exactly according to plan. Things got out of hand once, and well, that shack isn't there anymore, as well as half of the town I was occupying. Oh man, it wasn't pretty. I was basically run out of the place, as you can imagine. Oh my. So basically, Katsu was running from the government, Sophie followed, and she was an orphan, and Miyoko and Olivia essentially were run out of town. I took to living in the upstairs of a local bar. The owner was a friend of my dad's, and he was very kind to me. I worked as a barmaid for a while, just keeping my head down, hoping everything would blow over and I can return to town someday. And that's when I met Katsu. A wry smile developed on her face. Katsu was crafty. I mean, she still is, but somehow she found me. She heard about the incident in my village, and she knew what I was doing. She needed an engineer for her ship because it had been broken down nearby. She barely got it to the docks, apparently. Huh, and guess who she wanted to fix it? I can take a while. Me of all people. All this time being looked down upon as nothing more than a scrub who immediately destroyed half a small village and inadvertently killed a handful of people. She sat heavily, whipping her hand across her face. Katsu wanted me. She wanted an engineer, and I was the one to repair her broken down ship. It was only supposed to be a one and done sort of thing. Yeah, we already know how this went. I got paid for commission, and she goes on her merry way, but we get to talking. Well, she got me on board this crazy ship hunting for sea monsters. Huh, that's wow. Was it that easy? I wasn't the best It wasn't at the best point in my life. I was willing to do anything to get away from the mess I had made. Think you'll ever be able to go back there? Yeah, of course. It's my home after all. Oh. She got really quiet after that. Let's gently reassure her. I smiled back at her, taking her by the shoulders gently. Her face once again went to a deep pink as she looked up to me. We all make mistakes, alright? I'm sure you can go back whenever you want. And you can show them all how much of a strong girl you are. Okay? She merely looked at me for a moment, dumbstruck, before lowering her head and looking to the side. But she still smiled. Thank you, Daiki. I appreciate it. Hey, it's no problem at all. I'm always here to listen. With that, a high-pitched whistle spurted from the boiler, making us both jump. Back to work. Olivia was quick to action, however, and darted over to it, wrench in hand, twisting here and banging there without another word. I decided now was as good as any other time to bow out for a while. Even if it was clear early, I could spend the rest of the day relaxing on the upper deck. I finally got a bit of a break from the insane hijinks that happened in the row lately. Who knows when I might get this kind of time again. Somehow I was able to wake up on time. I stood from my bed and walked out on deck as I tended to do these days. Adjusting to this sort of thing had been easier than I expected. Then again, I spent a lot of time on ships before, so I suppose it wasn't that drastic of a change. Aside from the size of the ship and the number of people on board. Yeah, that's true. If anything, it felt more relaxed than usual. Hey, anybody awake? Of course, Daiki, no need to yell. I saw Katsu standing near her office, fancy compass in hand. She took a moment to look in it before striding up to the captain's wheel and giving it a good spin. Keep your wits about you. We have no idea what Zoe is planning. I'm sure we can handle whatever she thinks she can dish out, right? Heh, you got that right. Now, get up front. I'm gonna need you for lookout as usual. You got it. Which way are we headed? North. Very north. Most likely dangerously north. The Kurdiyu is known as a large dragon that exists only within the most frigid of climates on our planet. Sounds dangerous. Well, that's 'cause it is. So strap in. This is likely going to be one of the toughest things we've done since we've stepped on the ship. I nodded and kept my telescope up as we sailed off. I kept looking around, expecting to see another ship of sorts to try to challenge us. Captain Zoe. I'm sure she was around, stalking us, waiting for the moment to strike. It was actually rather impressive the way she hid herself out in the open waters like this. Definitely something to be admired, or in our case, terrified of. Oh yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Regardless, she never showed herself, and we were left in the open waters, in peace, in almost unsettling silence. I tried to relieve some of that tension. So, Sophie told me, hey, I'm sure she tells you a lot of things. What did you want to know about now? How many boyfriends I've had? My sex life, huh? Well, yeah, we can talk about the first if you like. Between us, what's your favorite? Nope, we're not going there. Huh, why not? It's just two of us up here. That's fun stuff to talk about, let's be honest. Keep talking and I'll stop being so generous. Whatever, I was just trying to lighten the mood. This whole gonna kill a dragon thing is pretty nerve-wracking if I'm completely honest with you. Well, I wouldn't be lying to say it if I wasn't a bit on edge, too. You just gotta pretend like you aren't, huh? Exactly. A captain has to have their shit together. And yes, that is absolutely true. If they don't, the crew tends to fall apart within them. Yeah, she has to set the example. Yeah, all the captains and generals and stuff that I had before had the same attitude. But this is different. We're a small brigade here. It's alright to be closer to your crewmates. I suppose so. You're pretty close with Sophie, I know that for sure. You were childhood friends, y'all. Yeah, we were, and still are, of course. She's got me through some tough times. The sun was setting. A fog began to drift inwards across our ship as we continued full speed ahead to our destination. After a bit of silence, I thought the risk and bring up what Sophie had mentioned to me. And here's where I'm going to end it. In the next episode, we're going to finally get the Katsu story because it took so long. If you like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel out a lot. Anyway, I'm the new stoked here saying thanks for watching, have a good day or night wherever you are, and bye for now.